with Baker getting paid, because there's mixed results in the NFL when it comes to players getting paid. The players, of course, really work hard for that big paycheck, and then once they do get paid, some excel, others it doesn't really work out all that great because they hit their peak in their contract year. Which forecast, if you will, for me, Baker's upcoming season, and really his upcoming seasons, if he, of course, is the Buccaneers' long-term future at quarterback. He has the paycheck that he's been waiting for since he entered the league as a Heisman Trophy winner. He's found his home with the Buccaneers. Is his arrow trending upwards? Is it flat or downwards? Dan, why don't we start with you?
I think it's absolutely up. And I hate to say the word matured, but because you're inferring that he was just some punk. But I think he's just a more mature man. And that's just, aren't we all, as we go through our 20s? Yep. And he just knows more than he did 6 years ago. He takes risks when you're supposed to take risks. He knows when you're supposed to eat it, instead of trying to do this bravado thing that he's been known for. And it has worked for him. I'm curious to see if he does, tuck it away and go down when he has to, or throw it away when he has to, rather than try and force things to happen, because in the past it would snowball, against him. But I just think his mindset is completely different than it was. I've had Browns fans, when he first came here, patting me on the back going, "Good luck, buddy. Good luck."
Right.
Yeah, good luck. And I'm thinking, why? He's betting on himself. It's either this or maybe not even in football anymore.
But that's the point, though, right? He did bet on himself.
Yep, right.
He did cash in, and now
we're
in new territory, right?
Exactly.
He's in a position now where he's seeing what's around him and what there's potential to do. He knows he's not going to the Super Bowl by himself, and he feels like he's in a situation that can get him there. And I think I'll say, for lack of a better phrase, I just think he doesn't want to screw that up.
Fair to say. Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it.
Not to mention in the NFL, of course, that not all money is guaranteed, right?
Right.
So you get now, I think if I'm looking here, so Baker signing a 3-year, $100 million contract with the Bucs, $50 million in guaranteed, $40 million of which came at signing. So more, so how that impacts his future.
And the situation with the offense, it's where we were told it's really not too much different from what Dave Canales installed last year. And if you remember what Dave Canales said last year, that Baker was a point guard, and it was really about getting the ball to the playmakers. And I think that Liam Cohen is really an extension of that. And we'll see the tweaks starting this week when they really open it up. But I don't think they're asking Baker Mayfield to be, the guy who runs around. He will extend plays and that sort of thing, but I don't think he's necessarily being asked to scramble and get an 11-yard gain if it seems ridiculous to try and do that. I don't think they're going to ask him to do that.
What do you think, Kenny?
No, I agree. Look, I think it's funny that he mentioned not wanting to use the word, more mature. That's exactly what Jason Light said as well during his presser a couple weeks ago when asked about Baker Mayfield and his growth. It's funny. He mentioned since Baker is now a new dad, he said he had a different gleam in his eye. You always hear about pregnant women and they have a glow to them. Well, maybe now new dads have a gleam in their eye. Maybe he's not more mature, but certainly the fact that, and he talked about it a little bit, that he is a new dad. He does view, the world a little differently. He views life a little differently. And I think that has led to maybe a little more mature outlook on not just life in general, but football. And, he talked about, being comfortable here, having Liam Cohen, having that, contract now, the trust of the Buccaneers, and the comfort level inside that locker room. We heard Baker talk about it yesterday. He said this is the most tight-knit team he's ever been a part of.
That was telling, I thought.
Including going back to his college days. That says a lot. Because
he was really tight with his Oklahoma
exactly,
teammates.
And there are new pieces on this team. Of course, you've got the Levante Davids and the Mike Evans back and all those guys, but there are several new rookies. There are undrafted guys. So for him to go out and say that, I think that says a lot about how close this group really is.